fucking LNG. You know what I mean?
You see, now that doesn't make any sense. What you gotta do is use that shit with some buckshot.
Bro, I tell you what though, I fucking run around like running gun with that thing, but occasionally for some challenges, it's just easier. But
well, hey man, you golded one of them, so I mean, obviously you're an expert now. You're an expert now, guys.
Certified, baby, certified. But all right, well, welcome back everybody to Nostalgia Narcs. Not sure how many listeners we had on the first one. We're kind of recording these a little bit out of order. But nonetheless, though, thank you for everyone previously tuning in. Yeah, Nostalgia Narcs, we look at old games, and we look back at them and say, is this nostalgia bullshit, or are these games actually worth going back and playing? I'm always joined by my fellow co-host, Randy. I myself, Lathan. And today we're taking a look at Fallout, OG, Fallout 1. Kind of referencing back to the last podcast, had a similar issue where I always had to Google Fallout and then 1, and not just Fallout, the actual name of the game. I always had to Google Fallout 1 when I got stuck with some bullshit. But we'll get into that a little later because this game was very complicated. I don't know about for me personally. It was weird at times. But Randy, what are your initial thoughts with the game?
Whatever you just said, I'm going to say just right off the bat before this podcast, I went and had to like go back and look on the wiki and kind of Google some things to say like, because I think, you know, we could both speak to this. We finished this game at least 2 to 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we did.
And I just went to Google some of the things for this game, you know, on the Fallout wiki and whatever. And at one point I Googled like Fallout 1 COC badge. And bro, I swear it brought me to some government documents I don't think I was prepared to or authorized to see.
Just some wild shit. Well, like, okay, so talking about like game info, right? We always break this down at the beginning of the podcast. So OG Fallout, a Fallout, a post-nuclear role-play game,
That's accurate.
1997 role-play video game, and it was published by Interplay Productions. Old school, baby. Old school. Now, I don't know, I'm sure we've got some older listeners out there that are probably like, I remember when this game came out. I was barely born when this game came out. So, like...
I was also barely born.
I was a couple months old when this shit came out.
Bunch of youngins.
But a huge fan of Fallout 3. A huge fan of Fallout New Vegas and 4. We don't talk about Fallout 76. I know of this game. I've watched the speedruns of this game, but I never played this game myself. Randy, I know you're a big fan of Fallout New Vegas, correct? Yeah?
That is correct. That was my entry to the series. I was in the 7th grade and got my wisdom teeth taken out, so I was all doped up. And for about 2 weeks, all doped up on painkillers, man. I finished the fuck out of Fallout New Vegas. It was great.
Yeah. Great ass game. And
fantastic game though.
After playing this, I'm really looking forward to playing back through Fallout New Vegas. I never fully finished Fallout New Vegas. I never made it to the Hoover Dam. I did everything
How dare
else,
you.
Just never beat the fucking game. Spoiler alert, I mean the game's a little old, but so OG Fallout.
The first one.
So playthrough thoughts, right? Holy shit. At first, and I told you this a little early on, like me playing through it, I hated this game. Holy shit, I fucking hated this game. And like, I don't know if I'm just like playing it wrong at first. I just was so like fucking lost as to what to do. So I guess I'll take it because the game's kind of broken up into 3 different chunks, more or less. You have like going and finding the water chip, and then you have destroying the military base, and then you have destroying. What was that? What was the final dude's name?
Just the mutant layer. I think his name was Unity.
Unity. Oh, that's what it was. Unity, but he was the master, right?
Yeah, he was the super mutant leader.
The super mutant leader, like this. Like,
he's just like a big meatball.
Yeah, glob of like half technology, half like organism, whatever the fuck that was.
That's right. Yeah.
But nonetheless,
carbon.
So first half of the game, going and finding the water chip, no big deal, whatever. Rolled through. Went and found the water chip, fucked around with all that, went to the first vault, and they were like, oh yeah, like, your princess is another castle kind of situation, so I did some exploring. Eventually made my way to the necropolis, and found the water chip and betrayed the mutants underground that were like, oh hey, like,
You betrayed them.
I betrayed the fuck out of the dude, all for the human
Damn.
race, all for the human race.
Dude, you see, I feel like I played. I do this with most games I play. Like I'm too much of like a bitch to go through the
Oh,
like
okay.
I'm doing this for me route. Like I go around and like try to help everybody, and I think I
Okay.
spend like way too much time trying to get like the good ending.
Interesting.
Yeah, so like I met those mutants in Necropolis,
Mhm.
which they're like underground, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. In
They're
the
like in the
sewers.
sewers. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I talked to them. They were like, "Oh, go get our water chip." And beginning of the game, I spec'd out my character to be small guns, big guns, and I think maybe sneak. You get 3 tagged skills,
Yeah, you
right?
get 3 tags.
Okay.
Fun fact: I did small guns, energy weapons, and speech. I also did the variant, whatever that you can do, like the options.
Oh
I
yeah.
did what is that? Small frame or like
Oh, it makes you
um,
harder to get hit.
yeah, hard to
Right.
get hit, but you have like way less carrying capacity. I was like, dude,
Oh, dude.
fuck it, I don't care. Low carrying capacity, didn't give a shit.
I couldn't
Um,
have survived with that personally.
dude,
I had problems with carry weight the entire freaking game.
bro, I was running light, dude. I would grab like
I
two, three things, like the most expensive shit, and I would go sell it right away.
Yeah.
Always had a fat bag of caps on me at all times for the most part, but it was, dude, the dodge chance. Oh my god,
Oh, it was worth it.
unparalleled. Rarely
damn.
got hit, rarely. Yeah, it was nice.
That's good.
So okay, so you took a different route than I did. So you saved
think
the
so.
mutants. What actually happens if you save the mutants and you go back without the water chip?
I think you just get a reward, honestly. Like so I talked to them and they were like, "Hey, can you repair this thing for us?" So my science at this point, because you need you go to this like what the heck is it? It's like is it like a water filtration? It's a water pump.
Yeah,
It's the
a
water
pump.
pump.
It's a water pump.
So
Yeah.
I went and okay, this was my tumultuous journey, right? So the
Go
water
ahead.
pump's above ground,
Yes.
but guarding the water pump are a bunch of super mutants.
Yeah.
And I forget this man's name, but he's like the dumbest of all of them. And he's got one of those like headshots, you know, that like you click on him or he like interacts with you. You could
Yes.
see his like it's like a talking head kind of
Yeah.
thing.
100%.
And dude,
yeah.
so at this point I'm rolling with dog meat
Oh
and
shit.
I got dog meat and I got the guy you can pick up in Shady Sands.
Yeah.
I think
So
you can
I
hire
had
him.
him. I
Yeah.
didn't have dog meat. I didn't even
Okay.
know. Fun fact: didn't even know dog meat was in the fucking game.
Dude,
What?
me freaking too. For the longest time, I didn't get him until
What?
like much later.
Holy
Um,
shit. Okay.
But I tried to get through this like super mutant area, and because my sneak was really high, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try to leverage this,
Okay.
right? So I save scummed for like 10 minutes, sneaking past these like 5 or 6 super mutants
Yes,
to get
that
to
was
the
his
water
name.
pump.
Scum.
Same thing?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a very
Oh.
super different experience. Continue though, please.
oh yeah, yeah. So I went repaired the water pump. I can't remember if you can get into the vault from there, or if you can just get back into the sewers.
You can
I'm
get
really
back
not
into the
sure.
sewers. You can get back
Okay,
into the
back
sewers
into the
from there.
sewers, and then
Yeah.
the vault's like under the sewers or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I forget exactly, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I did that and helped them out, and everything was cool.
No shit. So
Yeah, yeah.
they were like, yeah, like help us out with this chip and stuff like that, and I was like, no, and I
Damn.
just fucking blasted them. Rolled out, went to the surface, bunch of super mutants there, and I was like, oh shit, I'm way under leveled for this shit. I think, dude, at that point, it's level 4 or 5, 4, 5.
That seems
sound-
early to get
It's
there.
dude. I cruised. I did very few of the encounters. I was cruising there, dude. Made it there. Went up to the surface area, right by where the water pump is at, the water filtration facility or whatever the fuck they want to call it.
Yep.
Roll up and talk to the super mutant. I was like, this is a weird opportunity. But then they just attacked me. And it turns out I was too stupid to like talk to them. So we had the cool dialogue option of like just like caveman words or some shit. And then like
Oh,
the guy
dude.
was like, you're one of us." And I was like, "Fucking all right."
Dude, I read
Cruised
about
on
this.
by. Yeah, dude, I just picked like my character to be stupid as fucking rocks or whatever, and then like I could just talk to the guy, and he was like, "Oh, you're dumb as shit too." Okay, cool. And I just rolled up, picked up the water chip, and fucking cruised on onto that bitch and turned it into the vault. Yeah. And they were like, "Oh,
Damn.
thanks so much. Hey, can you go do more shit for us?" And I was like, "I don't really want to, because I don't really love this game."
Yo, the end
But
of that,
yeah.
the end of this game, which we'll get to later, man, it pissed me off so much. Like just like the ending, not like I guess
Oh,
not like the
okay.
variants that you can get based
Yep.
off of like who you help, but just like how the game ends. It
Yes.
pissed me off. We'll talk about it later. But like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
damn.
100%.
But before that though, you know, in the there's like the hub, right?
Yes.
And that's like, dude, well, that is when I realized how much I hated moving around within the cities.
Yes, dude.
Because it like you can double click and your character will
Huge-
like
oh.
your character will run.
Yeah.
But it takes so long to get
It-
from like one end of the city to like, okay, now we're gonna go to one transition screen and then another transition
Dude.
screen, and then sometimes you get to the end of that, and the way you exit out of these towns is by like getting to like the edge of the town,
Yeah.
which sometimes is only in the starting tile.
Yeah, like
So
the hub.
sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah, like the hub. So you get like all the way to the end. Okay, now I'm at this one like merchant that I just wanted to sell some shit, and then you have to run all the way back through the town. It takes like another minute
Huge
just
pain
to
in
get
the
to like
ass.
the first tile, just to leave.
Worst part. I'll even
Hated
double
that.
down on what you're saying. If you like move your cursor like across the screen to like go to another side of the screen, and you're like, "Hey, just really quickly, I want to like go to the edge of this map or whatever." No,
Yep.
you have to do it at short intervals. You can't just click way the fuck away. 'Cause
Oh
your guy will be
yeah.
like, "Nah, I can't go that far.
I don't know.
what's
Yeah, I
over
don't know
there."
how to
I'm
navigate
like,
to there.
"Motherfucker,
Yeah.
we've been here before. There's no hostiles. There's no bullshit that's gonna roll up on us. Like, just fucking go to the goddamn edge of the map." And like one thing that I guess is convenient is when you go to a city and you've been to a certain area, you can quickly go to that area. However, leaving, you still have to do exactly what you just said. Navigate your ass all the way out of there. Oh, so fucking annoying. Once again, one of the reasons at this point in the game I was like, fuck this game. I don't like this game. This game is annoying. The mechanics are fucking frustrating. It's just the combat doesn't feel rewarding. But I was like, you know what? This is for the podcast. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm gonna grind through this bitch. Let's fucking just do it. Fuck it.
I gotta
You know
be
what I mean?
honest. I didn't mind the combat, and I
Interesting.
never in my like. All right, I've played them before,
Sure.
but I think in the last like 15 years in my video gaming career, I think I can count on one hand the number of like turn-based RPGs that I've played.
I think that's my issue. Is I
You
have
played too many of them.
I've played many of them. I've played a ton of like turn-based shit, like be it like 4X games like Civ 5 or like Total War games or like whatever the fuck have you or whatever. Granted, those are large scale and not like pure turn-based, but I played a good amount of turn-based games, and that's what was my problem. Right? Everything there was no hotkeys to shit, at least that were memorable to where I could just like quickly click them. Having to like click through your like actions and shit to get to reload, and then to have to click to reload, or like not having a hotkey for like stim packs or like other shit.
Yeah.
It just felt slow. It just felt so goddamn slow, and it was so annoying.
For me, I thought it was a good enough change of pace for me because I
Sure.
don't play that
Sure.
stuff too much. So it was like I don't really know what I'm missing out on, I guess. So
Yeah.
it didn't feel that bad for me.
Yeah. Because, like, for me, when I get to play on, like, Civ 6, I never use the mouse. When I'm in my zone, I'm over here typing and shit. Like, I'm like, yeah, all right, I want to do this skill tree, and I'm tabbing over, and I'm switching through things. I know all the hotkeys and shit. Like, I will not touch my mouse that often. I'm normally just, like, quick selecting through the menus with my keyboard. And this game didn't really have that because I mean it's an older game, right? It's like came out in '97, right? This is one of the first games to like really introduce that like turn-based strategy game, right? Not the first,
Yep.
obviously, but like it was still early in its development compared to
true.
today, which we have. I mean, like we just passed Fallout OG Fallout 1, right? We just passed the 25th anniversary, so like there's been a ton of time to develop and stuff like that inside the genre, but um, nonetheless, kind of a bit of a rabbit hole. Either way, continuing on, going to the military base. What? Now I'm very curious. So
Wait,
for me,
I think first. I want to talk about Junktown.
okay, all right, go ahead.
Junktown was,
Floor
I
is
think,
yours.
which is Junktown was. So that's like one of the locations that's like before you get the water chip. It's like way before. It's one of the
Yes.
first places you end up going.
Yeah.
Um,
Besides Shady Sands.
Shady Sands. So I think at the very beginning of the game, you start out right outside of Vault 13. The
Yeah.
overseer, balding white dude,
Yeah, of course.
like
Typical.
90 years old. He
Yep.
goes, "You got to find this water chip for us because we're gonna die in like 100 days if
Yeah.
we don't have this water chip." So you leave the vault. There's like 1,000 rats outside of the vault, which you think are important, and there's like the way to level up. So I killed all of them. Spent like an hour. So anyway, left, and then on your map. So something interesting about this game is that like you have these like individual locations, but in between the locations, you're like kind of fast traveling. You get like a bird's eye view of your character being like a blip on
Yes.
the map,
Yeah.
and you kind of click where you want to go in the map. And if you haven't discovered a location before, and or it hasn't come up in conversation with someone you've spoken with, the location doesn't like appear on the map. So you're kind of just like in no man's land, right? But the first location on your map that the overseer is like, "Oh, you might find the water chip in this vault," and you can click kind of like on the right side of your screen, like where you want to go, and Vault 15, this place he's talking about, shows up. So you click on Vault 15. It brings you all the way to the right, and then kind of on the way is where you hit Shady Sands.
Yeah.
But kind of closely after that, you get to this place called Junktown.
Yeah.
And
Just
dude,
a little bit
a
south.
little bit south of that. I love this location. I got here and I played like the little quest there, and honestly, I was like, dude, this is great.
Okay. So
Yeah, so I don't-
question.
Yeah, what's up?
So Jericho, I think his name was Jericho.
With the police guy,
no,
the guy,
no,
the
dude
merchant,
the merchant.
Killian.
Killian. Yeah,
Yeah.
Killian.
Killian. Yeah.
Killian. Okay, did you talk to Gizmo?
Dude, I walked in to Killian's little place, and he was like, "Hey, easy boy, easy girl.
Yeah.
We got, man, this guy he's rootin' tootin', messing up our town."
Yeah.
So anyway, I followed that quest line and I helped him out.
Oh, okay.
To go to because I guess Gizmo runs like a casino. He's like
Yep.
this fat, looks like
Yeah.
a giant slug.
Yeah.
And I accepted his quest to like gather evidence that he put out a hit on Killian or something
okay,
like
yeah.
that, or he put out a hit on someone.
Yeah.
So anyway, you go to walk up to Gizmo's little multi-billion-dollar establishment in the middle of the desert. You walk up and he's like, "What if I did?" So started the tape recorder, got the evidence, went back to Killian, and he's like, "I done knew it." So then you go to him and he's like, "All right, well, we're gonna raid Gizmo's place if you want to be there when we shoot him in the face."
Oh shit.
Yeah, so I went through that whole thing.
Damn.
But I thought that was like such a cool quest, and what was so unique about it that I feel like you don't see it in games nowadays, and this is also one of the major detractions of this game, like one of the things that makes it kind of off-putting for a lot of people, including myself.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you could have missed that entire quest line.
Yeah.
And you would have you could have gone ahead and like beaten the game. Like
Yeah.
the speed runs don't touch that location at all, to my
No.
knowledge, right?
No, not at all.
But they're not even like necessarily doing anything game breaking. They're just kind of like if you know where the end game locations are, you could just go there and like
That's essentially what they do in the speedrun.
and just speech check people. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I love that location though.
So I spent a
Also,
brief...
where you get dog meat. Fun
Oh,
fact.
really? Oh, no shit. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Probably why I missed it. So I roll in, talk to Killian. I'm like, oh yeah, man, you got a lot of problems. That seems like someone else's problem. So I go talk to Gizmo. Gizmo's like, hey man, I put out this hit on Killian, and it's not come to fruition yet. Can you do it for me? And I said, you goddamn right. So I roll up and I say, hey Killian, blip, and dude, I killed the shit out of that man.
He said, "Hey man, you got something on your forehead."
Yeah,
What's that?
and then let me get that
big
for
old
you
hole.
with my fucking my Desert Eagle. Blasted that dude. I
That's
killed
crazy.
him, killed all of his dudes or whatever the fuck. Because at this point, so I had already done the water chip. At this point, I was grinding for
interesting.
XP, right? So like, a little bit of a detour. Done the water chip.
Okay.
And I was like, oh shit, I gotta go to the military base next, right? Because I knew that was like the next step in like, the progression of the game, was to go to the military base and then follow that with going to like the chapel, like, church or whatever for the master, right?
Yes. Yep.
So I was like, I'm gonna head that way out towards the military base. How hard can it be? At this point, I was level like 7 or 8 or some shit.
Yeah.
I find some super mutants. They kill me in one hit, and I was like, all right, so I gotta grind. So I started doing fucking everything. I would just run around in circles on the map until I hit like a random encounter, and then I would just go out everywhere, and I would kill everything I could see.
Wait, damn, you use those? Dude, every time I ran into one of those random encounters, I like sprinted to the exit.
So I did at first. That's why I was so underleveled. When I got to the water chip, I was so underleveled because I ran from every encounter for the most part.
Okay.
But then I was like, dude, it's fucking grind mode. So I went to like the coast and like the ruined city or whatever, which I'm assuming is supposed to be LA. Also, for those who haven't played the game is set in like Southern California area.
Okay.
It actually leads a lot into Fallout New Vegas, which is actually kind of cool. With a lot of like the like Shady Sands, you eventually learn is the NCR, which is kind of cool to like learn that information. Super mutants and shit like that, you know, learn where they came from for the rest of the games. But either way, yeah. So I use the random encounters all the time, getting gear,
Wow.
getting caps, killing enemies, like just dude constantly cycling it around. And then that's how I actually grinded levels for hours, dude. I grinded levels for hours. And then finally was like, all right, cool. This is as good as I'm going to get. Selling equipment, buying gear. And then just finally like, fuck it and send it. And just snuck my way through the military base. But we're not there at the military base yet. Regardless, I started doing random quest lines and shit, and I was like, what is the fastest, the most efficient way to do this? And killing Killian, easiest, fastest way to do it. Got me a shit ton of caps, got me some XP, killed a bunch of guys. Raider town that's just south of Jesus Christ.
Shady Shoals Nursing Home.
That's it. I went down there and just fucking killed every single person. Every single person, killed all their all of them, took their gear, would go to Shady Sands, sell their gear, come back there, buy more because I had a low carrying capacity. Just made a fuck ton of caps, and would just kill everything I could see just to get XP level.
At the point of the game that I was at, like I was pretty low level, like getting to Junktown. So, I think when I got there, so in Shady Sands, they tell you about the raiders, the cons.
Yes,
I think
the cons.
right?
Yeah, which is also where the cons come from in New Vegas, which is cool.
Yeah, so they tell you about that, and I'm like, I can't do that shit yet. There's no way.
Sure.
So it did the whole Junktown quest with Killian, and then as part of that quest, you get like a leather armor. You can pick like leather armor as one of your rewards.
Yeah.
Which I used for a while.
Yeah.
But then, dude, I went down to like to the raider camp and got my butt kicked. I mean, it was like,
damn.
I had a combat problem until a little bit later, man.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Because
See,
I tried to avoid save scumming as much as I could,
yeah.
but I kept running into these things and like I would just get my butt kicked without any like companions or anything.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, yeah.
So with saving, I would save every time I sold. That was my thing. Is like
Okay,
I would do a quick run or whatever, go sell shit, save. Like that was just the time I remembered to do it because
sure.
early on, oh Christ, I would forget to save all the
Oh,
fucking time. Dude, I completed going to like that first fall, going to Shady Sands, like killing the rad scorpions and all that shit, and I would die, and I was like, I didn't fucking save.
yeah, man.
Dude, bro, I have like twice the amount of hours I do in this game just because it wasn't fucking saved. Like, God fucking damn
Yeah,
it.
that's tough, man.
Shit's annoying, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you get so used to auto saves in like modern games where you like
Yep.
enter location, auto save. You go
Yep.
somewhere, you do something, you complete a quest, auto save. Having to manually save, always forgot about that shit. Always
Yep.
forgot about it.
And there's
But
no button to just like do it
no,
immediately.
there's no quick
At least
save.
I don't
There's no
think
quick
so.
save button. No, and if there is, then fuck, I missed that in the tutorial. I guess I don't know.
What
Like,
tutorial?
yeah, right. Like,
Damn.
crazy, crazy.
Yeah.
So, water chip finished.
Yeah, water chip.
What was
For
your
water chip, finished.
What was your trip going to the military base?
So first
Did
of
you
all,
go hit up the Brotherhood of Steel? Yeah, no.
I hit up the Brotherhood of Steel where all of my
Mm.
combat problems would be solved.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
So I went there. The guy on the outside talks to you, and he's like, "No, no, 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 no. To get in, you got to become an initiate first, and you gotta go pick up this it's like a not like a holotape. I think it was a holotape from a location in I think the Glow,
The glow.
which is like a totally different area. It's
Yeah.
super like irradiated. You have to like
Yep.
stock up on meds. I think Rad-X
Yep.
and Radaway and shit. Go in, grab the holotape, freaking leave. Went back to him and then got a quest to rescue one of the Brotherhood of Steel members in the hub.
Hmm.
So went and did that, picked his ass up. Let's go back to the base. One of the quest rewards for that is a suit of power armor.
Oh shit.
Grab that shit. And then there's a guy in the Brotherhood of Steel base that like you can talk to him after certain things are done, and he'll say like, hey, this crazy new weapon is like available for purchase now. Either available for purchase, or I might be mixing it up with Fallout 3. I think he gives you he might just like give you a selection of things to pick from.
Okay.
One of those things is like a rocket launcher. So from that point on, your boy only used like rockets and eventually the minigun when I picked that up.
Damn.
And so combat went from like really difficult to like every single encounter is now a joke.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, the rockets, and they're like there are different kinds of missiles you can use too. I think there's like an armor piercing missile. Don't ask me how that works, dude.
Sure. Panzer style fucking rocket here.
Yeah, then there's the other one that
What
just
the
like
fuck?
blows up. I guess.
Yeah,
But
like normal rocket shit. But okay, whatever.
yeah, I just
I'm
kept
not a rocket
using like
scientist. I don't know.
I don't think. I just kept using these like armor piercing missiles against everybody, man.
God damn.
And that just the combat for the rest of the game was like I don't know, man, kind of a
Cheese.
joke.
You cheese. Yeah.
100% cheese. Wore the power armor the rest of the time unless like I didn't want to.
So,
But yeah, man.
flip side to that.
Uh-oh.
I grinded for forever, dude. Forever. Oh my fucking god. Got so many fucking levels. Dude, I had my like I kept taking the like the initiative one where it's like it would just like make it so you always went first in turn order.
Oh, yeah.
That one I had small arms like high as shit. I had like
That's
my
good.
dodge chance high as shit. I had I was kidded.
It's good.
And I was like, I do no fucking damage. I do no damage. These combats were taking forever, dude. Forever. So eventually what I decided, I was like, all right, there's a solution to this. There's a solution. I gotta find it. So get on Google, right? I'm like, how to cheese combat. You can do this meme because it's in the game, right? So it's not like it's cheating. It's just
Did you do the combat glitch?
I always go first glitch. Yeah.
Mother.
And eventually I killed somebody and I just like took their shit or whatever. And it was like, I think it was a plasma rifle or some shit, like a Gauss rifle or
Oh yeah.
some sort of like high, because I had a lot of shit in energy weapons, as I mentioned before.
Did it look like a sniper, kind of?
Kinda.
Okay, because I think there is a plasma rifle in the game. There might be a Gauss rifle too.
Yeah, I took
I don't know.
something, and it was just like from a random ass encounter or whatever the fuck. Like it was just like I caught a lot of miniguns, I caught a lot of rocket launchers, and I was like, I can't carry any of these.
Yep, that's a problem.
So it was a huge problem, and eventually I found this like Gauss rifle, plasma rifle, like whatever the fuck, railgun, whatever the shit it was. And I was like, this is my new shit right here. Because I was using the Deagle for an incredible amount of time. So yeah, with the always go first meme really helped me out for the rest of this game, honestly. Because like when they would take like on the rounds I didn't do it just for expedience sake, because sometimes this is also when I get to the military base, I was like, you know what? I'm going to save on almost after every encounter, because sometimes I would fuck that up and then they would get to go. And I'd be like, dodge, dodge, dodge. All right, that's a good round. You know what I mean?
Good meme, dude.
So every encounter I would save for the most part when I got to the military base. Because the military base, that was a son of a bitch. That was a son of a bitch,
I gotta
dude.
say, even in power armor with a minigun and the missile launcher, it was still tough.
Holy shit. Right?
Yeah, it was still pretty tough.
So went through the military base, got to the end, and then it was like the lieutenant or whatever the fuck you have to like do an encounter with.
Yeah, King Super Mutant, but not the Ball of Flesh King.
Mr. Super Mutant, as he were. When you first encounter him, I saved right before this. When you first encounter him, he like has this whole spiel, and you're like, fuck you, and he'll just like beat your ass until he puts you in prison. And then I was like, that was stupid. Let me load.
Real quick, just a throwback.
Go ahead.
Let's go back a little bit earlier.
Go ahead.
You know when you know in the when you're you said you were talking to the ghouls underground in the necropolis.
Yeah.
And then those super mutants above near the water pump.
Yeah.
Did you ever get captured by them or no?
No.
Okay, so while I was trying to sneak past these boys, and I'm like saving and loading and saving and loading.
Yeah.
You can there's this whole dialogue that happens, and because my intelligence was like not 1.
Well,
you're trying to convince him that like, well, I'm a super mutant just like you, and he's like,
I'm not buying it,
bro. He captures you and your entire party and brings you straight to the lieutenant.
Oh my!
So I met this boy
God.
like earlier, like way earlier.
Whoa!
But then he just like he talks to you. He gives you this whole thing. You have a little bit of a
banter.
Discourse.
Yeah.
And then he just I think he like beats you with his super sledge.
Yeah.
And then he just blows you up with his like laser rifle every fucking time. So I met this boy like early, like way earlier, and I'm like, I feel like I have to go back here at some point. But anyway, I digress.
No, that's actually kind of cool. I didn't know that was in there.
Yeah,
obviously, because like they believe me. I was like, I'm a super mutant because I'm like stupid, and they're like, yeah, you're
like,
one of us for sure.
But you said so in the military base. Now you're talking to the lieutenant.
So the first time I talked to the lieutenant, he threw me in jail, and I was like, fuck this. This is stupid. So I reloaded just before, like whatever that was, or whatever, like the trap room or whatever the fuck it was. And then as soon as I got to the space with the lieutenant, I spammed the shit out of combat, and you can skip the dialogue. You can go right to combat. I was like, I'm gonna fucking try to kill this guy before he can get a word out. You can
skip all business.
You can skip it. You can just fucking spam the combat button, go right into combat, and just fucking blast his ass.
Just
And
yoink him into the sun. My goodness.
it was a huge pain in the ass. Huge pain in the ass. But I was like, there's no, like, I don't know how to, like, word my way out of this shit. Like, at all.
Yeah. I never figured that out, dude.
I was just like, bro, I went right to the fucking, I was like, hey, man, like, no talking, just fucking guns, guy.
Guns a-blazing.
And just blasted his ass.
Yeah.
And then there's a guy, once you kill him, there's a guy behind him or whatever.
He looks like a
robes.
follower. Yeah, he's wearing the robes. Yep.
And then that's how I got my purple robes. That'll be relevant later. So for you though, military base. What's up?
Went in. So at this point I have dog meat and what the heck was that guy's name from Shady Sands? This is gonna bother me. God, Ian.
Ian, yeah.
He has like a combat shotgun on him, leather jacket and a combat shotgun. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So
also, real quick, pause for 1 second. Actually, pause your recording. So, sorry, a little behind the scenes. I had to take a massive piss. I've been drinking this bamboo rum. So
I gotta tell you, man, it's worth it.
Holy shit, Randy, what are you drinking tonight? Real quick before we get into this.
Well, I got me some water. And
water.
You gotta hydrate up. But I've got a vodka and cranberry.
Right. Hell yeah.
In the green plastic cup.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking
military base.
Shit, Ian.
Okay, so
Ian.
So okay, I get up. So first of all, did some Brotherhood of Steel quests.
Yeah.
They like your boy. Part of the ranks. Somewhere along the lines, I picked up a radio. I think it was one of the things you could buy from a merchant at the hub. Yeah.
I remember how I got this, but go ahead.
Okay, so talk to the Brotherhood. Hey, I'm trying to raid this freaking military base.
Mm-hmm.
So I get some Brotherhood of Steel boys to come with me, along with Dogmeat and Ian. I use the radio because I had to look this up, and I wanted to do it just to see what would happen. You use the radio, and all of the super mutants outside the military base just straight up disperse.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's like using the radio. You call in like a fake SOS.
Oh, interesting.
And they just leave, so you can just walk into the military base.
Damn.
But dude, once I'm in there, let me just tell you the frustrations with Dogmeat. How many times this young German Shepherd, this young buck of a German Shepherd, walks through the little laser doors and vaporizes himself.
Jesus fucking Christ.
At least 26 times. I counted,
shit.
man. So he's just like
Holy
walking through the
shit.
doors. I'm trying to like sneak around and here's like Robotron. I gotta kill him, and Dogmeat's on the sidelines, just like walking through doors that are gonna kill him. Anyway,
Jesus fucking Christ.
The way I did it though was killed some boys. Eventually realized that, and I can't remember what it was, but there was a way to disable the laser doors.
You had to use repair?
Yes.
Or science? I think it was repair. It could have been science on the like little like
the console like next to it.
Console next to it
Yes.
or whatever the fuck. So goddamn confused.
So,
I had to look that shit up. I didn't know what the fuck
me
I
too.
was doing.
Me too. Because I kept walking.
Damn it.
Yeah. So I went into it. Actually, the first time, I don't have enough stim packs for this because I kept getting hit by the doors. Right.
Yeah.
But then so I bought like 15 freaking stim packs and brought it in. Anyway. After I'm in, finally, killed a bunch of the super mutants, snuck. I actually used a lot of sneak because I tagged sneak.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to take full advantage of this, right? But I get to the floor that the lieutenant is on.
Yep.
And sneak up to him, which took, even though I was at over 100% sneak, it took me so many times to get up to this dude.
Holy shit.
Pickpocketed him, and he's got a key.
Oh.
He's got like a special looking like one of those like circular keys. It almost looks like if you look at it from the front, it looks like a MIDI like a MIDI controller connector. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So one of those like nuclear launch code keys.
Yeah. I had to pick it up off his body when I killed him.
Okay. So I didn't want to fight him because I'm like I feel like he has way too much health. Didn't want to deal with that. So pick that off of him. There was a locker next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic explosives.
Oh shit.
It might be useful later. I don't know. Picked it up.
Sure.
And then just walked over to the one of the neighboring rooms where there was there's like the computer that you can input in if you have high enough science or intelligence or something. It'll tell you the right dialogue option to pick basically to like blow up the base in 2 minutes. So kind of just hit that.
Active alarm.
Yes.
Blow the base in 2 minutes.
Yep.
Yep.
Ran the fuck out, and the thing exploded. Nice, FMV sequence.
Cool, shitty old school.
Cool, shitty old school. Dude, there is something about this. I know this is like the most aside that we could possibly get, but man, I used to play this like it was like a reboot of Space Invaders from like 2002.
Oh shit. Okay.
I don't know. There were these FMV sequences in that game, man. Like in between levels, it just reminds me so much of that for some reason.
No shit. Okay.
Crazy. Cool. But anyway, I really enjoyed the military base sequence.
Yeah. So yeah, military base was actually a lot of fun. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass at first. Just trying to like get inside. How I got my radio. Is I did the alternate quest line in the hub to go kill the Deathclaw.
Oh
Fought that son of a bitch.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
That was from the ghoul who's like just like roaming around outside of this one house. Yeah. I didn't get that until way later, dude.
Fun fact: he's in Fallout 3 as the tree person. Yeah, it's the same dude.
How about
he's
that?
in Fallout 3. He makes his way all the way to DC. Now, I'm pretty sure that's Fallout 3. It could be New Vegas, but the tree ghoul person thing, which I think is in Fallout 3.
Well, you said
that's
DC?
the same dude. Yeah,
that's got to be Fallout 3.
I think it's DC that you find him. It could have been in New Vegas. It could have been. But nonetheless, the tree ghoul, if you're a fan of the Fallout series, that's the first time you meet him. So kind of interesting. Meeting him, and then I went and fought the Deathclaw. It's the first time you meet the Deathclaw in the whole series, so that was also super neat to fight a Deathclaw. Huge pain in the ass, but there's a dying super mutant, and you can pick up his radio, so that's how I got my radio to enter the military base.
Smart. Okay. All right. Nice.
But once again, in my reign of terror and fucking what is that like? What do they call that? When you just like raise Earth? Right?
Oh
just, like,
the scorched earth policy. That's it.
Right.
Yep.
Like kill all the people and salt the grounds, dude. Just fucking like kill everybody.
Damn.
That's how I ended up getting my radio. So cool.
Yeah.
Well, that was military base. So after that, my like path was to just at this point fuck it and directly go to the cathedral. I had to look it up what my next step was because I had not many points of contact because most of my grinding was just from running around and doing bullshit side quests, or just grinding out encounters at that point. So
we're in the same boat here.
Where I was going next, and I just went right to the cathedral.
Yep.
And I went to Cathedral. Okay. Cathedral, a little disappointing, personally.
I didn't like it either.
Not as much
really
build-up.
didn't. No.
Not as much build-up compared to the military base. Military base felt a lot cooler. Went to the top floor of the cathedral, killed a bunch of people, talked to the one guy.
Morpheus.
He gave me the Morpheus, as it were. It's Morbin time. I'm so sorry.
God damn, man.
God damn it. Got the 2 keys, went down, fought all the invisible Nightkin, and went into the underground vault, crawled through there. I actually, because I knew there was 2 different options to the end of the game here, I saved it.
It's actually a few. I think there's at least like 3.
There's a few.
There's 3.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So at this point, I had got a few more levels, so I put more points into science and shit.
Okay.
Went and did the activate the nuclear bomb option, nuclear overload or whatever option, which is you have like 2 minutes to get outside of the base. Ran outside the base, ran outside the cathedral, blew it up, ended the game.
Yep.
Reloaded, went and actually did the fight with
your boy Unity.
Your boy Unity. Fucking alien brain, fucking creepy. Also, they got the creepy, gross factor on that thing right on the money, dude. That thing was nasty to look at.
Dude, for me,
nasty.
it's like the artwork plus, like, it's like the artwork coupled with
Yes.
this game created in like 1997, and they're limited by like how nice things can look. And it's it's like the combination of it already is creepy, plus you're like going back in time.
Dude.
This like 800 by 600 freaking disgusting flesh ball, dude. Yeah,
nasty.
They got it right. They definitely got it right.
They got
there.
it right.
Yeah.
And that thing was spooky looking.
Again,
Holy
hats
shit.
off to Brian Fargo and the folks at Interplay.
Holy shit, right? Also, every time you boot up that fucking game, holy shit.
Dude, it's okay. That rotating like yellow glow, dude. It scares the shit out of me every time.
Oh,
it says "fuck your audio settings,"
dude. It's so goddamn loud.
It's so
holy
bad.
shit, it's so loud.
That's real bad, man.
Oh, my computer would always freak the fuck out because it's always going down to like 10 by 10 aspect ratio, whatever the hell it was. I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck you want from me.
It's just a square. It's straight up just a square, man.
I'm about to run some DOS box up in this bitch. Real quick, random side note. So I played this on GOG Galaxy. You played it on GOG Galaxy?
I played it on
right?
Steam.
Played it on Steam. So I owned it on GOG.
Okay.
I would imagine no real differences.
There were no problems for me. I mean, it kind of just it worked out of the box.
Yeah, it worked. Yeah. I know GOG a while ago.
Yeah.
Gave it away for free.
Yeah.
Steam, I'm assuming it's really cheap. I don't know. Now that I think about it, I actually don't know how much this game is.
I think it's $10 on Steam.
Yeah.
I want to say it's $10. Yeah.
Is it worth the $10 price tag?
$10. I wouldn't.
Free.
I wouldn't pay $10 for this shit.
No, I think I would pay like $2 for this shit. Just to say I played.
I want to say back in the day, like I bought it on Steam at some point. Like it wasn't free. Not $10. No. There was definitely there was definitely a sale. But
once again, I got it on GOG for free.
Yeah,
it was like Fallout 2, and then
Tactics, right?
Tactics.
Yeah, the canon.
We don't talk about tactics. We don't talk about tactics.
I heard that's a hard one.
Holy shit, that game's weird. But anyways, so yeah, Cathedral. That's why my Cathedral run went. Also, dude, the fucking abominations you find underneath the Cathedral.
Oh,
holy
yeah.
shit. Those things are creepy as hell.
I honestly skip. Oh no! I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the creepy man.
Yeah. So which I want to say real quick. So having played Fallout 3 and encountering a centaur in Fallout 3, that thing was creepy as shit. Like the first time I met one in Fallout 3. But dude, going back and playing this game and the centaurs in this game, way weirder.
Oh, dude.
Way spookier.
It's that aesthetic, man. It's
dude,
that top down like 10 by 10 resolution, man.
Ugh.
It gets you.
Spooky. So, run me through your Cathedral run.
Yeah,
what'd you do?
It was real similar. I talked to some lady in the front of the church. So I did the same thing as you. Done with the military base. Okay. I forget if you have to go back to Vault 13 to talk to the overseer to say that you did it. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know if that's necessary.
I don't know.
I don't think you have to.
I don't know.
I think I did.
Okay.
But I don't think I had much to say.
Okay. So I went, maybe went there, definitely went back to the Brotherhood and told them, hey, mission complete. And dude, the oh god, Maxton maybe, or Maxon?
Maxon.
Yeah, it starts with an M.
Yeah.
You talk to him and you're like, hey, Elder Maxton, I blew up the military base, and he straight up just says like, all right, cool, good job. I don't think there's any like reward for it. You might get some XP, but he just gives you like a thumbs up and says, "Get out of my base."
Nice.
Cool. Anyway, yeah, at this point, went straight to the cathedral, walked inside the church, talked to this one lady, where it seemed like maybe there was more to that story. but she's like towards the front of the church.
Yeah, there is.
There,
I looked
yeah.
it up.
Okay.
There's like a stealth option you can do. I
Right.
don't know how you meet her, but she's like becomes your insider
Yeah.
like person, and she'll like take you through the base, and get you like behind that first door
Well,
and shit.
I
I
could-
don't know how you meet her. I think it's the hub, maybe.
I can
But
promise you,
nonetheless, there is something there.
I didn't do that shit.
There's something there though.
I had one of those red COC keys from earlier.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you use that to get upstairs. I kept going upstairs, and then like immediately people would start shooting at me, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Because I was wearing the purple robes.
Yes.
Like everything should be cool, and then I looked on the wiki, and apparently the followers don't like you having companions. So the unfortunate thing,
Interesting.
yeah, you can talk to your companions and say like, all right, later. So
Yep.
to Ian, and I picked up this other person along the way, Katya.
Katya.
Yeah.
Katya?
What? It's got a J in it.
Whatever.
So I picked her up in the boneyard, I think, which is like near the cathedral.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I told her bounce. I told Ian bounce. You can't tell dog meat to leave.
Oh.
You can't talk to dogs.
Yeah. Dogs don't talk.
I had to kill dog meat, dude.
Holy
I
shit.
blasted him back with a shotgun. I felt so bad.
This-
I had to old
this
yeller
man-
him, dude. I felt so bad.
This man spent so much time making sure he didn't die by the lasers,
Dude,
and was just like,
I
if someone's gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. I mean, like,
I reloaded 26 times to save that little dude. And then I realized, yeah, then I learned that like, no, they're just gonna immediately shoot at you, because I didn't know what the underground vault was gonna look like. I'm like, I don't know
sure.
what this is gonna look like. So I went up, killed dog meat because I felt like I had to. Walked up, talked to Morpheus. He's like, all right, whatever, cool. Pickpocketed him for the black key. Went back downstairs. You have to like interact with a book on the bookshelf to open up the vault. You can talk to the super mutant, one of the guards,
yep.
to outsmart him, saying like, well, I'm on official follower business. Look at my fancy robes. And he just kind of like lets you in. And then did a similar thing to you. I went straight into the basement, interacted with the computer. That key that you pick up from the lieutenant, you can use that on the computer to bypass the science check.
Yes.
To just blow that
Yes.
shit up. So I went the
Yep.
nuclear option and then just left, and that was the game.
Yeah. Yeah. So once again, I saved. I tried both options, whatever, like killing the master or whatever the fuck it was.
Dude,
and then,
I heard
also
the
nuclear
Unity
option.
fight is hard.
It was a son of a bitch. I will say, as I said I tried it. I didn't finish it. I was
right.
like, you know what? Fuck it. The game's over. I just wanted to see it. It was so crazy. So crazy. Yeah, hard as shit. Hard as shit. Nuclear option's way easier. And just cruise on out. Shit ton of super mutants down there, by the way. But nonetheless.
But that was the game, man.
Crazy fucking ending to this game too, where they're like, "Yep, you can't come back in the vault."
Dude,
How wild!
that pissed me off so much.
Oh my god, did all that work for those people? And they're like, "No, like we got to make sure people like are afraid of the outside. You've made it seem like it's great and you're a hero. We can't have you come back."
Dude,
that was crazy.
something I think he says something like, well, if we let you back into the vault, I mean, no one can live up to the heroic standard that you've set.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm like,
that, bro.
why is the canon
had me.
ending like your person who you're playing as is a fucking badass. There's no way around this. He's going either sneaking behind or outsmarting or killing or having one intelligence and saying unga bunga to the super mutants.
Yeah,
Dude. And then the canon ending should be you just blow this man's brains out.
no.
There's actually
Hey, how crazy.
there is a secret death animation, actually. So when the overseer
Really?
talks to you, yeah, when you get back to the vault and he's like, you can't come back. When he turns around to walk towards the vault door, you can initiate combat with him.
No,
And he has this whole thing where you blow a hole in his stomach. And he drops to the ground and he's like crawling, like he puts his arm up, like, oh help me, dude. I was so pissed off, and then was so
I should have
satisfied
done
to
it.
learn that that's a thing. Yeah, if you still have
I
a
should
save,
have
you can
done
go
it.
back and do it. Like,
Oh my god, I might.
it's
Holy shit.
worth it.
God damn it.
Fucking bastard.
I so should. Holy shit. Fuck that guy. Damn. But yeah, that's the game. After that, that's the game. It does a little summary. The guy from what fucking the Hell's Angels, or like what the fuck is the name of that TV show?
What guy? Wait. What guy?
The voice guy for the end of the game.
Oh, dude, I have
God damn,
no.
what's his
I have no
what
idea.
The fuck is his name? He plays in Sons of Anarchy. That's what it is.
Oh, I've never seen that show.
Yeah. Anyways, but he's in there. He does a little ending, like, war never changes. For me, it was like, oh yeah, like the ghouls of Necropolis. They eventually became dust, and
Yo.
the NCR would rise from shady sands. The cons would never see a return.
Okay.
Because you destroyed them. Gizmo's power would rise like to an all-time high, creating the new like Las Vegas Strip or whatever the fuck it said.
Oh, okay.
Whatever. So he's the start of that, which is kind of cool.
Interesting.
And then the hub and like all that stuff. So it gives you like a little overview, which is kind of cool. I never really interacted with the Brotherhood of Steel, and it was like yeah, the Brotherhood of Steel would like continue to be like an outlier and like
Dude,
sit in the back.
That's
and, like,
surprising because that was like your thing in the
Yeah.
later games.
Yeah, so that was a big thing. Yeah, like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. Big Brotherhood of Steel guy. Big Brotherhood of Steel guy.
Big paladin dance guy.
Big. Hey, he's a synth. You gotta kill him. R.I.P.
Hats
But
off.
like, fuck. I mean, you served your time, but you're an enemy, dude. You're an enemy.
Damn.
But yeah, crazy ass game. Good. I will say, by the end of it, I did appreciate it for what it was.
Yep.
Would I play it again? Hell no. But I can appreciate the story and what it gave us for Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4. I solidly enjoyed it for those reasons. And backstory, What about you?
I think for history's sake, I think it was a good play.
Yeah.
If I ever went back and played it again, I would just go like the scorched earth approach and just kill literally everybody I possibly could just to see what happens. And not do any of the dialogue thing. That just reminds me, one of the biggest problems I had with this game was how easy it was to lock yourself out of dialogue options. If you going back to the boy Killian in Junktown, you say the wrong thing to him like literally once, it locks you out of that entire quest line.
Yep. Yep. I had the same issue with like the Deathclaw one with the merchants or whatever.
Yeah.
I had the same problem. I did that on accident a few times.
It's such a pain in the ass, and it's like if you don't have a save beforehand, or I guess you'll always have a save before that happens, but like, you didn't anticipate potentially like, okay, this entire quest line now I can't do. It's like you might have to reload like 10 minutes in the past. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's honestly that is my largest problem with this game. But at the same time, I can kind of respect with what they were going for. Like you said something dumb, and now they're gonna remember it. So I respect it, but also as just like a quality of life thing, I don't know, man.
100%. Yeah. 100%. I guess kind of like honestly, we've hit about every single topic. We're approaching time here.
True.
True. I guess like last thing about the game, anything you wish they would bring back to the game? I know mine. Do you do anything?
Fuck no. Leave it all to die. Leave it all to die.
Yeah, honestly, like shit, man. Like the only thing I guess I kind of appreciated was the big dungeon raid for like the military base. That was like a really nice long quest line.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
You don't see that many of those in like 4 and New Vegas and 4.
True.
You don't see that in 3 and shit like that.
I think one thing I thought
it was like you're just going through a massive facility.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think one thing I thought was like pretty innovative, or not even innovative, but just something that you don't see anymore is that like I don't know, Fallout 1 is like it's like truly open world in that you can literally do anything you want given like the time constraints if you want to complete the main quest.
Sure.
You
Sure.
can do literally whatever you want. And there's like a section in your Pip-Boy where your character will sometimes keep notes, but not all the time.
Yeah.
But it was like the very first experience where I had to like keep my notepad open on like a different monitor,
Yeah.
and I had to like
Yeah.
write down quest notes to kind of remember like what was going on and what locations I might find things.
Yep.
Because unlike today's Bethesda, um, there's not a single quest marker in the game. So
Yeah.
it's like you're just left to go off of your own notes. And honestly, I
Yeah.
thought I thought that was really unique, but I feel like it's
Yes.
something that we won't ever see again.
No, it's because like I mean, dude, like you put the game down for like a week,
Oh,
you come back
you're
to it, and you're like,
fucked.
I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Yeah, and it's bad enough even when you play a game like Fallout 3 or 4 or New Vegas or something where you have like a quest log and quest markers for each thing. That's bad enough because like you're already having to like
Yeah,
relearn the game's mechanics. Now on top of that, what the hell was I doing?
yeah,
Um,
100%,
but damn, dude.
100%. Hell yeah. So, into the podcast here, was Fallout OG Fallout nostalgia bullshit, or is it a genuinely good game people should go back and play? What's your thoughts?
I think people should go back and play it.
Think people should. So, you know what? I'm gonna hit it with a people should go back and play it if, as a condition, if they are into the Fallout series, it's worth playing it. But if you're not into the Fallout series, nostalgia bullshit.
Damn, it's
I'm
only
gonna hit it
episode.
with some.
It's only episode 2.
It's episode 2. If you're into Fallout 3, you're into Fallout 4. If you're into New Vegas, dude, especially if you're into Vegas, if you love New
Yeah.
Vegas, play Fallout 1.
True.
It's worth seeing the origin story.
True.
It's really good. But beyond that, this game as a standalone, no,
Okay.
would not recommend. There's other games that are out there that are much better than OG Fallout, but that's just me. That's just me.
That's fair, man.
Go
play Shadowrun.
Well, yeah, go play Shadowrun. Dude. Go play the new Call of Duty, dude. Yeah, I mean, it's not as bad as people say. I'm like, holy shit,
It's
right?
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty solid. It's pretty solid.
If y'all have never
DMZ's
heard,
fun.
yeah, if you all have never heard of
Warzone's
Call of
fun.
Duty before, you should go and play that shit right now.
Check it out. Check it out.
Small
Hey, you know
indie
what?
company.
Maybe,
Yeah. What's up?
maybe one day we'll play the OG Call of Duty. That'd be a fun game to play.
I think we should add it to the list at some point because I'd be
We'll
down
add
to
to
play
the
that.
list.
All right,
That'd be fun.
all right.
That'd be fun to
Number
play through the
16.
campaign and
Number
all that.
16. Very cool.
Yeah, 16 down the road. We'll get
Down
there.
the road. See y'all in a year.
Cool shit. Well, anyways, last way we're gonna end up the podcast, like we will continue to do. What next game we're gonna play? Next game we're gonna play. Raid, what are you thinking? We got a list here. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking.
Got a handful of options.
I'm thinking Metroid Prime should be next, man.
Metroid Prime.
I think that's the next
Hell
game.
yeah.
I think that's the next
Hell
game.
yeah.
That's the next one on the list.
Let's do it. Metroid Prime it is. Cool, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to the Nostalgia Narcs podcast. We appreciate everyone tuning in to today's episode. It was quite a bit of a doozy. If you played along with us, we would love to know how you guys played Fallout. And we'll see you guys on for the next one for Metroid Prime. Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys later.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, Lathan here. Just want to provide you guys an update. We did not play Metroid Prime. We instead opted to play Majora's Mask. Just wanted to provide you guys an update for anybody that's playing along at home. We did not play Metroid Prime. It was Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask on the N64. That's what we opted with. We'll talk about it in the next episode when we record it. Thank you so much for following along and listening and playing along with us. look forward to the discussions about Majora's Mask in lieu of Metroid Prime. Thank you again.